What's the funniest way students have rebelled against school rules? My school once tried to ban anything distracting. That was the exact wording. Not specific, not detailed, just distracting. And the second that announcement came over the intercom, I knew it was a mistake, because vague rules are basically an invitation. It started small. One guy showed up in a full suit. Not weird, right? Except his tie was covered in tiny rubber ducks. The principal stopped him immediately. That's distracting. He adjusted his tie calmly. Sir, this is formal wear. I'm demonstrating professionalism. Those are ducks. Symbol of focus and calmness, sir. He got sent to class. No punishment. That's when everyone realized we had room to play. The next day, it escalated. Half the school showed up in formal outfits. Blazers, dress shirts, ties, but every single one had something slightly off. One girl had a skirt covered in tiny cartoon eyes. Another guy had socks with flashing LEDs. I wore a perfectly normal outfit, except my earrings were shaped like miniature alarm clocks. They ticked loudly. Every time I turned my head, people could hear it. Teachers noticed, but technically, we were following the rules. So the school updated it. No distracting patterns, sounds, or accessories. Okay, now it was personal. My friend Lena came up with phase 2. She wore a completely plain hoodie. Nothing on it, no colors, no logos. But printed across the front in tiny text was an entire paragraph. You had to get close to read it. Naturally, everyone did. Crowds formed around her between classes. What does it say? Wait, move, I can't see. The principal walked up. Is that text? She nodded. It's educational. What does it say? She smiled. It explains why vague rules create more distraction than clarity. He just stared at her and walked away. Next day, the rule changed again. No messages or text on clothing. That's when I had my idea. I showed up wearing a plain white shirt, completely blank. But around my neck, I had a small sign, just one sentence. Ask me what my shirt says. By second period, I couldn't walk anywhere without someone stopping me. What does it say? I'd lean in and whisper something different every time. Sometimes nonsense, sometimes jokes, sometimes just chicken. It drove people insane. Even teachers got curious. And just like that, I was the most distracting person in school, completely within the rules. The principal pulled me aside. You're disrupting the environment. My shirt is blank, I said. He looked at the sign, and it removed that. Of course. I took it off and put it in my pocket. Then people started asking anyway, because now they really wanted to know. That's when everything spiraled. Someone printed tiny QR codes on their sleeves. Someone else wore a jacket lined with reflective material that flashed under hallway lights. Another girl learned basic sign language just to talk across the classroom without making a sound. Every day the rules got longer, more specific, more desperate. Until finally, the principal called an emergency assembly. We all sat there trying not to smile. He stood on stage holding a stack of papers. This, he said, is the updated dress code. It was at least 10 pages. He looked exhausted. Then he paused, looked at all of us, and sighed. Actually, he said, dropping the papers, never mind. The entire auditorium went silent. I give up, he admitted. Just wear normal clothes. For 1 second, nobody reacted. Then the entire school erupted, cheering, clapping. Some people actually stood up. We had one. The next day, everyone came in wearing the most boring outfits possible. Plain shirts, neutral colors, no accessories, nothing. And somehow, it was the most distracting thing we'd done the entire year.